They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. No one else working hard, I would do it for the damage. Can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS, RPG, or maybe even MMO. Howdy, and welcome back to another video for Crystalborne, Heroes of Fate. Now I need you to hit those like and subscribe buttons as I post content daily. Yeah, make sure you check us out on Discord. Link to that will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. Alright, so let's get into this video. We're about to talk about the gears, the sets, and all of that good stuff as best as I can, because I still think I don't have all of the information, but I have most of the information. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and go into our inventory real quickly and go into our gear over here in the inventory section. We open that, our gear section here. I'm going to collapse that real quick. And we're going to just kind of go through them, and I'm going to break them down bit by bit. So this little icon right here that you see in the top left of the gear, this is the speed icon for the speed set that you see right here, speed gear set. Alright, this next one I believe is the crit damage, if I'm correct. Yes, crit damage gear set. Then this is like the HP one, the health gear set. Alright, we're going to continue to go through because we don't have everything in this one section. This, I believe, is accuracy. That one. And I'm going to go back and break them all down and explain each one into detail. Accuracy, which one is this? Okay, this is the attack gear set. Got the attack symbol. I can't really tell on my screen because it's tiny as all ever on my screen. Might be a little larger for you, but that set right there is the attack set. Alright, so got that. I believe this is crit avoid. Yep, crit avoid gear set. Then this is one that I've just seen. I never even knew this one existed. Speed and shield gear set. Further down, I have a lot of gear here. I need to go through my inventory. I didn't even know I had this much legendary gear in for this level and everything, because I mean, I log in just about every day, so I know I'm collecting a lot of stuff, but I don't quite get to see everything I'm collecting. Now that I'm looking through it, I'm like, wow, I did not know I had this much legendary gear. I need to go back in my inventory and do some organizing, because I'm always running out of space. Alright, this is the defense set, because it got the little shield symbol there for our defense gear. Now here's the resistance. This is the resistance set. And it's this crit chance right here. Yep, crit chance. Our critical rate. Crit chance in this game. That set, and I believe that is it for all the sets. I don't think that there's any other ones. If there are, then I haven't seen them before, because like the speed and shield was brand new to me. I didn't even know that existed. I just found that out putting together my notes to make this video. Alright, so let's break it all down bit by bit. So now that we know all the names of the sets, we're going to move on to how do we unlock, where do we farm our set. So we're going to go ahead, click over here into battle, and go to our bounty section, and then go to our gear bounties. Now this is where we farm all of our gear. Each day has a specific gear set that you can farm. Well, not the sets itself, but a specific slot that you can farm. Like this has got the head gear that you can farm here. So we're going to click on that, click in here. So now you got head and arms that you can farm on this day, the day of this recording. And then you do have next to it is the spot where you can farm all the different gear, like everything under the sun, no matter which one, but it's random, and the set that you're going to get is completely random as well too. So it's putting everything in a pool, and you might not get what you want. But if you're looking for a specific slot, you have a limited pool, but it will still be random for the gear sets that you'll be farming for. So keep that in mind. So you can farm for those specific ones on the day that they are unlocked, or you can try to go into the random pool. I recommend just waiting for the day, because once again, it's really expensive to farm, and and like I stopped farming gear. Like you saw that gear that I got in there, that's not even from farming gear. I don't even know, to be honest, where it came from. Probably events and stuff like that, to be completely honest. But like I stopped farming gear just because it's pointless, because you can't level all of the gear up, and we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But right now we're going to talk about the sets for your gear and the bonuses, well, the sets of the gear as well as the bonuses that you get from those specific sets. So we're going to start here with the speed set. At the bottom here, you have your set bonus, which is going to tell you what you get. Since this is the speed set, you get 20% additional speed for having a set bonus. Now to figure out what your set, for how to get your set bonus, is you're equipped here. It shows you a number right here in the side, and this number says 6. So we're going to go all the way back here because we have some things on the speed sets. We're going to go to here, our speed booster, and go to her gear specifically. You can see here that we have quite a few pieces of speed gear. So we're just going to count out a few of them. I can't really see it that well on my screen, but you guys should be able to see it. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or if this is 6. Alright, but 6. So we have enough here for us to have the specific set bonus for this in particular gear. You need 6 of them, so having 6 of them equipped is what you're going to need to get that. What is this? Nothing important. Okay. But if you notice, when you start off, it's going to be blanked out on the side, and we can go to a character that's like that doesn't have any infusion, and we go to the gear, and you will see that there's a lock on each one of them. We can see it shows us right here, and it tells us to unlock through Infusion Level 1, and it shows us here we gotta cancel. We can see the gear, but we can't put nothing on because it's locked through Infusion, which is this here. And as you go through your levels of Infusion, you will unlock more and more slots, more and more of these slots, which is going to be beneficial and important to build your characters. So this is locked behind Infusion 1, this one's locked behind Infusion Level 2, and this one's locked behind Infusion Level 3. So once you get to Level 3, oh yeah, this one is it's always open. But once you get to Level 3, then you have all your slots open here for those in particular gear sets. Something I didn't write down in my notes, and I'm gonna have to explain as best as I can, but bear with me, people, bear with me. All right, your main stats are gonna vary. Everything on the left side is gonna have the same main stat minus your boots, regardless of what the gear is. But from your boots and everything here on the right side, the main stat will change. So let me go back again so we can explain that a little bit thoroughly so you guys can understand. So we're going to go check out here again to look at her gear. So we're going to click on her gear, and we see the main stat says energy attack. She's an energy based unit, so it's going to be energy attack. If it was a physical based unit, I don't think I have anybody physical with gear on them. Or do I got somebody? Yes, I do. Remedy is physical base. So we go to our main remedy and we click on hers. You see it says physical attack right here on its base. So for your physical users, it's going to be physical attack. For your energy users, it's going to be energy attack. Now if we click on remedy, I guess we can go back to here too, since we've been using here. We go back to here and we go to her gear and we go to the helmet and we click on that. It gives us max health. Now it's going to always be max health, and the stat is going to always be flat, not a percentage, because there's a difference between the two. The same way with our attack stat, it's going to be a flat stat and not a percentage. We're going to want percentages on everything that isn't the gear that's on this side, minus the boots. The boots too, kind of, sort of. All depends on how you're building, but we're going to explain that briefly. So we go here to the chest piece, and it says physical defense. If it was a,
Yeah,
so that was physical defense, and this should be mat. Yeah, energy defense. There we go. Okay, okay. We're gonna try to get it together. Get it together, gamer. You're supposed to be explaining this to the people. Makes sense. I'm trying. I'm trying to make sense. I hope you guys understand, please. And if this does make sense, and if this does help you, make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video. It would be greatly appreciated. All right. So the leg gear, or waist gear, or the pants, energy defense, the chest piece, physical defense. Now for your boots. Now, what I'm looking for in particular on my characters, because speed is king. I played a lot of mobile RPGs like this, like Epic 7, Summoner's War, Raid Shadow Legends. Like, I can name a bunch of them that have something called a speed stat. And in games with a speed stat, that makes speed king. If the enemy is not fast enough to touch you, then they can't be fast enough to win against you. All right, it doesn't always mean that. I mean, sometimes you can tank your way through things, but I mean, generally, who goes first is usually determined. Usually, who goes first is the determining factor of who's going to win. There we go, gamer. There we go. English, baby. English. Get it together. All right, moving on. So I'm generally looking for speed in this slot, but we can go to some of our gear and we can see that it can be many things. Like we can have the flat energy, all attack. That means energy attack and physical attack. When it says all, anytime you see all, it means energy and physical. We have physical defense percent, and then you can see the percentage here. So you can have flats, percents. You can pretty much have defense, whether it's physical or energy, speed, attack, and I believe that is all for this slot. Don't quote me too hard. I'm looking through the gear trying to make sure HP is not in here so I don't sound like a dumbass when I'm telling you HP is not in here, but I don't see any HP in any of these slots. So only defense, speed, and attack that you can get in your boots. And speed is going to always be flat for the most part unless you're getting your set bonus, which is a percent. So remember that. All right, now we're going to move on to our right side gear. Now, our right side gear varies a little bit more. This one in particular has crit avoid on it, and what crit avoid is pretty much when something's going to do a critical hit and do critical damage, you avoid some of the critical damage of the attack, if I'm saying that correctly. So you avoid some of the crit. So not all of them got it. We have an all attack percent here. All attack. Lots of all attack. That's good. Okay, this one in particular has max health, but this is flat. I believe it also has percent as well as energy defense and physical defense that you can possibly get here. I just see energy. Maybe it's not physical, but I see energy. Okay, so maybe the next one is physical because I only see energy here. Yeah, keep in mind, like I said, like this stuff I didn't really. Oh no, here you go. There you go. Physical defense. I'm sure physical defense should be on there. So you can have just about everything there. Just about. So critical avoid here. Now in this slot it's a little bit different. We have all attack here, which we can have defense once again. We have crit chance also as a stat here. I believe crit damage as well, but crit chance so we can land more critical hits. So our damage goes out more and we just get strong. And yep, there we go. Crit damage as well for this, for your gloves in particular here. So we'll just go through some of them and it just show you the stats. So show you those stats. So HP here. You still got your defenses, but there's no crit avoid in this slot though. No crit avoid, but we do have crit chance and crit damage. Now for this one here, more HP defense, attack, all attacks, all attack, And I believe that's it, unless you can get one of the crits over here, but I don't think they're on this slot. Oh yeah, this is the slot for accuracy and resistance. There we go. This is the slot for accuracy and resistance that you could have. I'm looking at that wrong. All right, accuracy and resistance. Accuracy is for you to be able to land your debuffs. Resistance is for you to be able to resist debuffs. All right, there we go. So we're gonna go back from the top. This is gonna your first one, your weapon is gonna always be flat attack. Your helmet is gonna always be flat. Where we go? HP. All right, there we go. Flat HP. Your chest piece is flat physical defense. Your leg piece is flat energy defense. Your boots can have all of your stats from your attack, your defenses, your HP, but this is the only one that can have speed as a main stat. These are exactly the same from your attack, your defense, and your HP, but only critical avoid in the top one. The second one can only have crit chance and crit damage, and then the last one can only have accuracy and resistance. Now this right here is a bit of a toss up on the things that come on them. It's just, I don't know exactly how to explain this one in particular, but you do have some of it that allow you to gain mana. They have various different abilities and effects, so read through them to kind of get a good grasp of how they may help you and your team and affect you. The reason why I got the one that is on her in particular is just because it gave me the speed set. That was pretty much it, just to help me get the speed set. I think I swap it out for something better later, but also we know the speed set is a 6 set, but there are other ones that are 3 to a set. Like if we go here to our health set, you'll see that we're 2 out of 3. So we need 3 to get our 15% health max. So that is the bonus for that one in particular. So we can go back into our gear and let's talk more about some of what we get from the sets. Like on our crit damage, this is also a 6 set, 25% more crit damage. To have that set in particular, we go to the accuracy set. This one is a 3 set that gives us 15% more accuracy. We move on to our defense set that gives us 10% defense. That is a 3 set as well. We keep going further in. Let's find another one. Our attack set, which is a 6 set, that gives us 25% more attack. Then we go to our crit chance set, which is a 3 set, which pairs well with either the crit damage set, the speed set, or the attack set, because those are 6 sets and you can have a 3 set extra on top of it. So a 6 and a 3, and crit chance give you that 15% extra crit chance. So we keep moving on. We have our speed and shield. Now this one's a little different. Start battle with 15% of your max health as shield. So some of your health is going to be a shield, which is cool, and then you get 20% speed on top of it. So this is probably actually better than your speed set, just because you get to have a shield on top of having speed as well. So something that I'm going to look into more as I go into the game. Then you have your crit avoid, which is a 3 set. This will be good for like your tanks and stuff to avoid a lot of critical hits and extra damage that could happen to your tank, especially a provoked tank, if you were to build something like that, or maybe even one of your supports, because you could run three sets. So for survival purposes or something like that, that is a possibility. All right, so we looked at accuracy. Yeah, 15% for accuracy, and I believe it's the same for the resistance set as well. I can't seem to find the resistance set because we got so much in here. Okay, here we go. Here's one. So 15% for resistance, which is also a 3 set. So that should cover all of our sets in particular. Now for one of the ones that's going to be even difficult to explain is our substats. Now for each level of gear you have like a substat. So legendaries are going to give you all of your 5 substats, if I'm correct here. 5 substats for having a legendary piece of gear. Like here we go here. So we have 5 substats unlocked for a legendary piece of gear. Now these substats can be completely random for everything you get. I'm mostly looking for gear that has speed, so you'll know the speed is on everything, on all of the gear that I have on her as best as I can, in particular because I want her to move first so she can boost my team and they can move afterwards. But I'm not gonna get too deep on, you know, substats and all of that unless you want that in another video. If you do want that in another video, make sure you leave that in the comment section below so we can talk about substats and what you are looking for on your gear sets and your units in particular for their substats. I'm still rocking pretty much the first sets in the Air League gear that I had when I started the game because it is really expensive to level gear up. Alright, let me just make an example here. We're going to, for the sake of the video, we're going to level up one of the pieces of gear we already have. We still got to get to level 10 to get our upgrade and get our next substat for this in particular piece of gear. So it costs us over 100,000 silver and 61,000 salvage. And remember, you're going to need a lot of salvage to level up gear. So that takes us to 9, I believe, and this one should be 10. Boom, we get our last one, a crit damage substat, and like we had 1 million. That's gone now, so it gets really expensive, and that's one reason why I stopped farming gear as well, because it's so expensive to farm gear. So I'm like for everything that you have to upgrade, and since this game is not completely free to play friendly, or rather it's just not free to play friendly at all, you kind of got to take your time and decide on what you're going to work on. And when you're working on that, you're going to put all of your resources into that. And when you decide you want to do something else, like let's say you want to work on your gear, you're going to farm up as much silver as you can possibly. As you just doing things in progression, you're going to get plenty of salvage. Like, just not even pay attention to it, because silver is more important, because you need silver in more places than you need salvage. So once you get your silver together, you get your salvage together, then you put all of that into leveling up your gear as best as you can. Don't my rule of thumb generally is, if it's blue, don't take it past +4. If it's purple, don't take it past +8, or is it +10? It's been a while since I did it, because this game is slightly different from other games, and when you get your substats. And if it's legendary, you can max it out. So 4 for blue, 8 for purple, and legendaries, and possibly the purple ones. You could go to 10. If the substats are good. But other than that, you just want to like wait till you get like decent enough legendaries. Now for the last thing that we're going to say, you do have an infusion level in this bottom right corner for your gear. So this lets you know what infusion level you need to be to equip the gear. So at your base, you will be infusion 1. So you'll be able to equip every infusion 1 set of gear, but the substats on there are going to be trash. So you're going to want to get higher infusion levels to be able to equip higher pieces of gear. Because like I got gear that has infusion 7 on it. Like going to the inventory, some of them was like on 7. I think it was like 6s and 7s somewhere in this like monstrosity. Like this was a 6, that's a 7. Like this gear I can't even equip because I have nothing on this level. But it's going to be more expensive to level up, but the substats are going to be better. Let's like even level this one up just for the sake of it. Like look at how, no, let's not level this up. Look at how much this costs. 100 over 100,000 salvage and over 300,000 silver. Like I can't even show you this because it just will break me. I don't even have enough to even attempt to go into it. So that lets you know how much things are going to be, things are going to cost, how much it's going to scale, how expensive it's going to be. And this video is already reaching long enough. So I hope this intro into, because it is more of an intro into your gear and your sets has been beneficial, and if it has, make sure you smash that like button. Link to our Discord where we hang out and talk about the games that we play will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. Make sure you subscribe here, turn those post notifications on so you can view my content first. And this is your host, Gamer Dude 2088. Damn, still over 25 minutes. All right, but I'm out, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.